you know that there are a few common errors that traders usually make when claiming input tax? These errors are: 1. Claiming input tax in the wrong accounting period. 2. Calculating input tax based on the total purchase value reported in the GST return. First, the input tax should be claimed in the accounting period that tallies with the date shown in the tax invoice or import permit. You can claim input tax on your purchases before your subsequent supply of goods or services. It is not necessary to match the input tax claim for your purchases with output tax charged for the subsequent supply in the same accounting period. My company wants to purchase raw materials from a GST-registered supplier. We received a quotation from them and made a deposit on 15th June. The supplier issued us a tax invoice dated 4th August upon the delivery of goods. My company claimed input tax in the period where we made payment to the supplier. Is this correct? No. Input tax should be claimed based on the date of the supplier's tax invoice or import permit, as long as all the conditions for claiming input tax are satisfied. Hence, if my company's accounting periods are ending March, June, September, and December, we can claim the input tax in the GST return for the period covering 1st July to 30th September. This is the accounting period where we obtained the tax invoice from the supplier. Second, some businesses may calculate input tax based on the total purchase value reported in the GST return. Is this correct? No, the input tax value should be derived from the GST amount reflected on your supplier's tax invoices and import permits. Though you have to include zero-rated purchases in the value of taxable purchases for GST reporting, you should not claim input tax on zero-rated purchases as there is no GST charged. For example, this company has incurred the following standard-rated and zero-rated expenses. The total purchase value is $8,700. They calculated the input tax claimable at 9% of $8,700. Is this correct? No, they should compute input tax based on the GST amount reflected on the supplier's tax invoices and import permits. The input tax figure would be $720. For more information on claiming input tax, please refer to the IRAS website.